It's rolling, right? Hi there, and welcome to part 3 of lesson 7 of 16mm Film Hobby 101. Excuse me. This is the final part of the piece of editing that we call rearranging films. Now, this reel, we did all the rearranging, and I've marked it as such for the snipe film for gas. Now, this is reel 1. This is where we splice it onto. So, what we're going to do is we're going to set this down, and we're going to open this up. I have the 2 splicing tapes that we're going to use, and we're going to see if we can open this up. Okay, and there's not much here except for the countdown, and here's again damage to the reel that I had mentioned once before, which is why I really don't like using metal reels. Okay, now set this down there. Now I'm going to look to see, I want to give a lot of leeway between the beginning of, this is where we splice this collected of snipes and theatrical trailer at the head of a feature film. Now I have to look, here is where it starts, where it fades in with the Paramount logo. We're going to count all the way, we're going to move it all the way down to the 3. Now we have to find the midpoint between these 2 spots, between here and here, and I would guesstimate it would be, now I'm staring at the particular sprocket hole, and I'm moving my hand toward that spot that I'm staring at. Okay, because there's the midpoint. Now that's where we're going to splice. Okay, so I'm still staring at that sprocket hole, and that's the sprocket hole where we're going to cut. And can you move over on this side so that you look at what I'm doing? Alright, so my finger is over that sprocket hole, and still going? Okay. And we place that there. Okay. And like we did before, first of all, we're going to take this off, if we can. Oh, maybe we can't. Yeah, we can. Okay, we're going to take this off. Okay. Alright, now this is where it starts over here on this side. So it has to be on this side. And we're going to set this down. And we're going to, just like before, we're going to put that on top of that. And, you know, line it up. Place it on top of that so we have a perfect splice. We have to feel for the pegs through the sprocket holes. Okay, I think we found it, and we clip it down, and then we cut. Okay, and that's garbage. And here is the beginning there. Alright, then we put this back on the splicing block. That is a perfect splice. That's a perfect cut, I mean to say. So with a perfect cut, and we have a perfect splice. Okay. Now we take off the padding here, and again we take the small piece, we take that off, okay, and set that aside, and wind it right up in the pegs, and it comes right in there Perfect. No problems. And the job's half done. Okay, and we turn it over to secure the splice with the other one. Again, we grab the small, take it off, and splice that on. Take that in onto the pegs, make sure the pegs are in there. Good. Push it down and tear the back off of that side. Push down, and then, oh good Lord, we didn't do a good one. Oh, goodness. Alright, we're going to tear this off. Now, why the heck did this happen here? And this is, ooh, careful there. Don't want to lose the backing of that. Oh, gotta put this back onto the block. This is what happens. Sometimes you get a little overconfident. You gotta be careful. Gotta place that back on the block. Like so. Okay. That's like that. And that's like that. And we're just gonna have to take off of this. We're just gonna have to take one off. And okay, and again, let's see, that's a small part. And then we're just gonna be very careful now. You don't want to rush this. And sometimes I have to check it, which is something I normally do, and I didn't do that. That's probably my fault. Okay, that's on there good. Then we push it all the way through. I can see that looks good. Rub that down, lift it up, and we got somewhat of a good splice. So we're just going to confirm it by poking holes. You saw me do that once before. And we're going to poke the holes in the pegs to make sure that it's all good, and it's all good. Oh, I goofed on this one, but I have to press it really down so that that won't go anywhere. Hopefully it won't. Okay, now what we now have to do is we're going to take, we're going to take this now, and we're going to roll that. That should be okay. Oh, sometimes we do goof like that, where it's not perfectly over the spot, but it's still on it. It's at the edge, but that's okay. Alright, now what we do is, this is going to be a tedious part, because now what we're going to do is we're going to put this, oh, I think we lost that part. We put this onto this. So you get an idea of what we're trying to do here. And then when we're done, we're going to splice this, the end of this, back onto that, onto the tail. I'm sorry, to the end of the countdown that you saw me cut off. So we're going to end the video here, and we will continue with part 4 of this job. And rearranging films is a big job, so it takes a few times. So hope you enjoyed this, and please stay tuned for part 4 of this project. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye.